Good evening, everybody. My name is Gary O, and I'm a grateful and responsible recovering addict. Today, I want to discuss step three. Step three is one of my favorite steps because step three is how I came to come about to learn how to simplify the steps. This was the first step that I really learned how to simplify and come up with an analogy that was helpful for me. So, step three is we made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood Him. Now, I had to take a look at that because for me, I had a problem with accepting step three because I looked at it the way I always look at things, especially when I don't want to do things. I challenge them. So that's why I could never get the steps. I always challenged things and wanted to do it the way I wanted to do it, but based on the evidence that didn't work. So this time around, I had to say, well, wait a minute, let me try something different. Let me try it the way it's written. So what I did was I came up with an analogy for step three. That analogy was this. I pictured myself driving in a car with God as my passenger. I'm driving, I got the wheel. Now you can look at that either way, the W-I-L-L or the W-H-E-E-L. I'm driving. So I'm driving down the road and all of a sudden I hit a bump. I hit this bump and go off into a ditch. While in the ditch, I find I can't get out of it. I'm burning rubber, smoke everywhere. Smoke everywhere. I can't get out of this ditch. So I turned to my passenger, God, and I said, God, I can't get out of this ditch. I'm stuck. Help me to get out this ditch. God, please help me get out this ditch. Take the wheel. So God looked at me and smiled. God said, okay, Gary O, I'll help you. I'll take the wheel. Are you giving me your wheel? Or are you putting it in my hands? Are you turning your wheel over to me? I said, yeah, God, I'll do anything to get out this ditch. So God said, okay. God get out the passenger side and take the wheel. I get out the driver's side and take the passenger seat. God driving. Everything smooth. No slips, no dips, no trips. Driving a straight, narrow path. But all of a sudden, I want the wheel back. So I said, well, God, I want to drive again. Give me the wheel back. Let me drive again. God ain't got no problem with answering my prayer. God turned and said, oh, you want to drive? Come on, take the wheel back. So we switched seats again. God back on the passenger side, I'm driving. I got the wheel again. The W-I-L-L or the W-H-E-E-L. God's still there though. He's still with me. But I'm driving again. This time I'm driving a little further. I go a little further down the road. All of a sudden, I hit another bump. Back in the ditch I go again. This time, it's harder to get out. I'm burning rubber, smoke is all around me. I can't get out this ditch. But I don't want to ask God again. He just took the wheel and gave it back to me. So I'm trying to make it on my own without God, but I can't I'm stuck. But it's the pain of not being able to move and get out of this ditch. I can't take it. So I turned to God again. I said, God, please help me get out this ditch again. If you help me this time, I promise you, I won't ask for the wheel back. God looked at me. God said, you know what, Gary? I'm going to take the wheel back. I'm going to answer your prayer again. But this time it might be a little different. I'm going to give you an opportunity to take, all right, Ann, I'm going to give you the opportunity to take the passenger seat and allow me to drive again. But if you ask for it back, there's no guarantee that I'll be here for you the next time when you turn to ask for me to drive. There's no guarantee that I'm going to be there for you. Since then, I made a decision. I made a decision that I don't want to drive. Based on the evidence, I can't drive. So since then, God has been driving. I don't want the wheel back. I made that decision 12 years ago. And I thank God that he's still driving. Thanks for letting me share.